Hello, we are BBB Construction. I'm Tyler Betta.
And I'm Nick Brevicilia.
We'll be talking to you today about the latest project on NU's campus, the NU Dining Expansion to Point. We would like to begin with our statement of qualifications. We feel very qualified for this project. We have a very low EMR rating to date of a 0.67. Our past work experience puts us ahead of other competing bidders. We've worked on the ASU dining hall expansion with the U of A dining hall expansion, and today all of our current projects will be finishing up prior to the start date of this project. We will have enough workers and equipment available to make this project happen as efficiently and as safely as possible. Our scope of work and our estimation begins with all the structural steel members. We've scheduled for all the columns, joists, girders, as well as the steel decking and detailing that steel decking, all the roof trusses, and with this we will also provide but not install some anchoring members such as the anchor bolts, and that leads us to coordination with other trades, and Nick would like to talk about that.
Yeah, and as Tyler was talking about, logistics and coordination with other trades is very important in this job. So one of the first things that we started looking at when we started bidding on this job were the bowstring trusses. So this is a very interesting part of the project, but our wonderful pre-construction team is able to prefabricate these trusses. So once we have these columns installed, we're able to take these bowstring trusses on the job site and actually install them in one pick and weld them in place, and then continue with beams and other installation. Another element of this project we found pretty interesting and challenging is what we refer to as a point, which is a 10-inch diameter column located at the northern end of the project that's actually diagonal, so it does not just sit up straight up, so it's untypical to your regular construction. As you said, we'll have anchor bolts sticking out of the ground at this point, and we'll set the base plate on the anchor bolts and obviously bolt them down. Next, we'll pick the column and bolt the bottom of the connection, and then using a higher pick point, we'll be able to leverage this column diagonal to be able to complete the final connection. Another thing we started looking at was what type of cranes we could use on this project because of the limited space and the interesting shape of this project. And so we're using a smaller crane, but it's not small enough to where its maximum capacity is still much higher than any of the beams that we have, well below or well over 75%, which keeps us below that critical pick situation, which could play into the factor of safety, which we do not want to have. Some of the site logistics plan, we have employee parking nearby, right in the back of the student union for easy access, and that's about it for site logistics. I guess Todd can talk about some of the phasing.
So for the phasing and the overall construction schedule, it's going to take approximately 70 days for scheduling, and we've estimated approximately 52 days for procurement and drawing approval. We're going to have the shop drawing set up in coordination with the 4 phases. So we'll submit one phase, get that as soon as, while that phase is being approved, we'll have the next phase ready to go and submit it. So it'll be a staggering down effect, so we won't lose time with that. We'll be able to consolidate our schedule. The 4 phases of this project, the first phase is to attach. We'll be building from south out north, attaching to the existing union. So that'll be our first phase, and we'll begin building out. Our laydown area will be west of the construction project. We'll be able to pick up our material and install as we go. It's super easy. The second and third phases will just be a normal horizontal build northward, leading up to our 4th phase, where we will finish all horizontal construction work and do all the steel floor decking for the 2nd floor and all the steel roof decking. This, we believe, by doing it in 4 phases and staggering all of our shop drawing approvals and having easier picks, we'll be able to reduce our overall schedule and save time and save costs for the project. Speaking of cost, the cost for the project is estimated around $570,000. We used RS Means cost data analysis to figure out this estimation. We estimated for all beams, columns. We use contingencies for base plates and anchoring members, and this will be able to provide for all material, equipment, labor, and we believe this will suffice for this entire project. We feel very confident in our proposal to you, and
You said it's a very complex project, and we don't think other contractors looking at this like we already have. You know, we built this about a month ago, whereas other people may not even be thinking about some of these elements. So I think with us being this much prepared, and I think we're ready to take on this challenge.
thank you.
Thank you.